Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Window Shopping. I'm your host, Stephen Meade. I'm the managing broker here at Domicile real estate for people who love houses. And if you are in Southern California, namely Los Angeles and Orange counties, we hope that is you watching this. This is the show where we kind of talk about, I think, cool houses on the market. And today we're going to talk about kind of a house that I think is awesome, but also a little bit of a broader topic. So let's go ahead and get started. One of the things that we get a lot from clients is they will come to us and they will ask for a specific brand name of home. Usually this is an Eichler or a Cliff May home, and these homes are awesome. But there is a drawback to that. And if they come to us and they say, I want an Eichler and I also want a deal, the problem with that is everybody is looking at Eichlers. Every single one that comes up, there are no Eichlers that slip under the radar that nobody sees. And that makes it very difficult, I think, to get a good deal. You can get a fair deal, right? I think you can get a very fair deal on an Eichler, but if you're looking to something that is going to be a huge windfall of a purchase, it's probably not going to be in the Eichler neighborhood. And so the home that we're featuring today is something that I think really is just a couple key points away from greatness. And I'm going to go over those right now. And this is also a house that is located in Claremont, California. Claremont really holds kind of a special place for me. It's where I went to college, and this home is in an area called the Village. And the Village kind of surrounds this really cute downtown. Claremont is frequently used for filming because it looks like an East Coast town, even though it is out here in California in Los Angeles County. So without further delay, let's go ahead and take a look at 1229 North Cambridge Avenue in Claremont. This is actually a pretty good size home. It's about 2,000 square feet, built in 1954. It is not our listing. It is listed by Ryan Zimmerman of Wheeler Steffen Sotheby's International. And this is a home that was actually a custom designed home by architect Hugh Walker in 1954. And there's some things about this house, right? There's some major remodeling that took place in maybe the mid-aughts, right? One of the things I already love about this house is that as you approach it, this house is angled, right? This house already has kind of a unique approach to it with the driveway. And I think that's something kind of special, the way this house sits back on the lot. You don't have a formal garage, but what you've got is this really cool carport that extends out from the house. And, our weather is reasonable enough. You've got some storage out there. I think for aesthetic purposes, I'd be willing to keep it as the carport, though you may be able to enclose that as well. You've got this kind of front entry area here that they've kind of built out in this kind of nice sort of like Zen garden type of an angle. And I like homes that have this kind of a casual space from the street, right? It's almost an outdoor foyer, right? It's like it gets people off of the street, but it also kind of creates kind of like a little bit of space. We're not quite inside yet. And given our climate, I think that's something we can do here that you can't do in other places. You've got a very large living room. As I mentioned, this home has been remodeled in the mid-aughts, I think around 2004. And so you see some of those things. And I think that might deter some people on a home like this. There is a ton of glass in this house, right? There is just a lot of glass on both sides of this living room. This is actually a built-in. Maybe some of these finishes are not exactly what someone would pick today and might look a little dated. But I think these are things really that can be worked on in a house like this. You've got kind of this semi-formal dining room area, which I like. And then a kitchen remodel that I think they went with stuff that was modern, which is good. Again, I'm not so sure if the exact finishes are what I would choose today, but this is a large kitchen, for this era of house. And it's not really something that you see that often. I mean, really a lot of work and prep space, which is great in a house of this age. You've got this family room space, which may have been an addition. I think it might have been. But again, tons of glass all the way around that really showcases the garden space. this kind of informal family room here. Glass on both sides. We've got a primary bedroom. Large bath, again, remodeled in 2004. These may not be the finishes that I would pick today, but I think this is one of those houses that really gives you a lot to work with. There's just a lot you can do with a house like this. Secondary bath is actually a little bit more neutral. Indoor laundry room, which was big luxury in 1954. And then you've got really, I think, this is the thing that ties a house like this all together. You can't replicate this kind of mature landscaping at reasonable cost. It is simply not possible to do in a short amount of time. So to have this kind of covered porch space, and then just this beautiful, like secluded landscape, I mean, that's really what you're getting with a house like this. And I think this is a great foundation to work with. You've got this beautiful private residence with all these little spots, breezeway space here, more garden space at this end of the house. This is really something that's special, and I think the market is going to overlook it because it doesn't look flashy enough. It does not come with a huge name attached to it, even though Hugh Walker actually designed some really cool houses. I think if somebody really wanted to come in and emphasize the great features on this house, this is one that could be a showstopper without a huge amount of work. It's also located really in a great spot. The Village neighborhood of Claremont is just a really cool little space. You can ride your bike to restaurants. It is a college town. It's where I went to college. So there's kind of this youthful vibe that's kind of in the air downtown. And I mean, honestly, you just can't. These are some of those things that are hard to quantify, but really, in terms of lifestyle and quality of life, they make a really big difference. Anyhow, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. We love doing these videos. If you want to see this house, and gosh, I hope somebody reaches out to me and wants to see it, because this one needs to go to an enthusiast. This is the kind of house that really is just a hop, skip, and a jump away from greatness. And I'd love to see one of our viewers actually get that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you love architectural homes and you either are looking to buy an architectural home in Southern California or looking to sell one, definitely reach out to us so we can lend you our expertise. Questions and comments, as always, we love those too. And we will see you again real soon.